Welcome to New York Interactive Media's SharePoint training video. Today we'll be showing you how to see multiple people's calendar from one SharePoint calendar. These calendars can either be created through SharePoint or already existing Exchange calendars. We are consistently rated the highest quality, most practical SharePoint training. We offer group classes in New York City and live online classes from anywhere in the world. We can also travel to your location. Let's get started. We have a SharePoint site, a basic SharePoint site. We are going to first create a shell calendar. This shell calendar is going to be a view into many different people's calendar. For instance, we are going to create a shell calendar called All Managers, and we can see all the managers' calendars in one place. So Site Actions, More Options, choose Calendar, we'll give it a name, All Managers, and hit Create. We now have an empty calendar for all the managers. If your calendars are already not set up, we would need to create them. Let's create one manager's calendar just in case you don't know how to do that already. Site Actions, More Options, Calendar, and we'll say Jane's calendar. Now that we have Jane's calendar, we will put one event on Jane's calendar and save it. We will now go back to the All Managers calendar, and we will add Jane's calendar to the All Managers calendar view. At the top, we choose Calendar Tools, Calendar, choose a button called Calendar Overlays. Notice we have no additional calendar overlays currently, so we need to create a new calendar overlay. We'll name this something. It can be any name, Jane, or if Jane was our HR manager, we could put HR Manager. And this is a SharePoint calendar because this calendar was created in SharePoint. If it was not created in SharePoint, we would click Exchange if it was an Exchange calendar, and we'd have to paste in our OWA URL and our Exchange Web Service URL. Since Jane was created in SharePoint, we choose SharePoint. We could give it a description, a color. Since Jane was created in the same testing site or same testing SharePoint site, we hit Resolve. If Jane's calendar was in a sub-site of the SharePoint site, for instance, testing site /HR resources, or in London office, we would paste in that SharePoint URL and hit Resolve. It will now show us all of the calendars in this SharePoint site. I will choose Jane's calendar. The only choice is calendar. We will choose Always Show and press OK. And let's add a few more of the managers. So new calendar, we'll say Joe. We'll give Joe a different color for his calendar so that we can distinguish it. Hit the Resolve since he's in the same SharePoint. Go to Joe's calendar, Always Show, OK. And I'll add one more. Different color, Resolve, Find Face Calendar. Remember, these calendars were already existing in the SharePoint site. Once we've done that, we can press OK. If we go to the All Managers calendar, you will see we can see all of the managers' calendar, availability, the name, and depending on the permissions, we may or may not be able to see the description or the calendar depending on that. So let's go back to the All Managers calendar. We can, of course, change views. Maybe we'll change the All Managers calendar to a week view so that we can see these. These just happen to be all at the same time because I made them quickly. So that concludes. As a quick review, we first create a shell calendar. Then we choose Calendar Overlays. We add those extra calendars by pasting in the URL of our SharePoint site, And now anytime we go to this calendar, we will see everyone's calendar. As a reminder, we can also change list permissions and give people permissions to this calendar, either just to view it or to be able to access it, to change it, etc. This concludes our training for today. Thank you and have a great day.